What's up, bots and cons? It's Wave here, back with another video. Feels nice to say that because, I've made videos in the past, they all sucked, I deleted them, and I've never actually had two up on the same channel. So, here we are. So, as you saw in the title, we're going to be looking at top 10 Siege figures that I'd like to see in the future, along with some honorable mentions. Um, these do not have to be in, Siege, they can be in any future toy line that's mainline, and I don't mean things like Cyberverse or what else, like Rescue Bots, or I don't know, but I mean just within the Siege trilogy or somewhere like that, and yeah, let's head straight in. So first off, we have Skylinks, and just keep in mind this isn't in any particular order. But I was thinking about maybe a Commander Skylinks that can actually split into the bird thing and Lynx, because previous good, if you want to say, Skylinks we got was Combiner Wars, which is just overall too small, and it can't even do one of the things that he's mostly known for. And I think a Commander class would be perfect for him. And we just haven't gotten a lot of Skylinks, and he was a pretty major character of season 3 of the Generation 1 cartoon. And I mean, he's pretty cool, and I think they can do a lot with him in Siege. I mean, they're already doing a couple spaceships like Astra Train, Omega Supreme, and so on. And yeah, he's just a pretty cool bot, and I don't know if I even have to say anymore. Next up, we have Bumblebee, which this is one of the more famous Cybertronian modes, right up there with Soundwave with his lamppost mode. But we haven't gotten any mainline toys of this specific Cybertronian mode for Bumblebee. And I'm thinking, since they did this sort of first episode thing with the Tetrajets and Laserbeak, and I think this is, and they also did it with Soundwave, but I think this would just be a really cool thing. I don't know how much more to elaborate, although I do know that I don't know how they can put him into it because he can't be a deluxe, and they don't have any legends, unless they might do that with the next toy line. We'll have to see, but I don't know. It's a possibility they could make this a remold of Titans Return Cosmos and make a cheap dollar off of it, but I don't know. We'll have to see. And in that episode, you see, I got this from what's it called? What's the site called? TFW 2005, and you see we had Wheeljack's alternate mode, and I know we're getting a Siege Wheeljack. We got Bumblebee. And there's Laserbeak with his visor, and yeah. Then in the episode we also saw Jazz for a brief moment when they were at Iacon, and I think that would be really cool because this mode overall looks cool. Although before that, I would actually like to see a Jazz that looks like G1 Jazz because the two previous jazzes we've Power of the Primes jazz sucks. Mine broke in like the first week. It just sucks. The design is pretty okay, although it just doesn't look like jazz. And Universe jazz is that would be my first choice. He even has the speakers on the wings. The problem is he has the headlights on top of the roof, which not roof but hood, which they got from the Bayverse movies, which they this it's the same thing with Bumblebee and his stripes. You don't want Bumblebee to have stripes. You want him to be just plain yellow, little happy yellow guy. And according on to your preference, if you want to be completely G1 accurate, you also have pink seats, but it's not for everybody. Uh, I didn't actually crop this image. Now whatever. Nobody cares. Actually, I didn't crop this one either, but now whatever. As you can see, I chose Star Saber, and most of you are thinking, "Oh, what Star Saber? Why him?" And I said, "Well, I actually would have liked him better for Power of the Primes. He was in the fan vote. I didn't vote. I actually wasn't even into the Transformers that much back then, and I didn't even know who Optimal Optimus was. Right by now, I'm probably one of the most. I'm just going to say I'm not even going to be humble about this. I'm pretty sure I'm more knowledgeable than most people in my state. But here we got Star Saber. I'm thinking he should be a commander class because just like Lynx, he's a big bot. He's real big, and if they're going to also try to fit in the gimmick of him also being Saber and possibly having a Brain Master, I think they're probably going to go with Commander class. Also, has anybody noticed that uh, Combiners Ultra Magnus is going for the same price as Siege Skyfire? They're both $80. One of them is loads better than the other. I don't know, just a thought. Next up, I thought about a Deluxe Getaway, because the one in Titan's Return wasn't really that good. I have a lot on this list that just, they need better toys than they've gotten. And this guy, yeah, he deserves one. And most of you are like, oh, Getaway, I didn't like him in the comics. Oh, he sucked. I didn't like him. And yeah, but he was a pretty good villain, you have to admit. He actually made people feel hatred towards him. And his ending in the comic, that was. He probably, as far as I'm concerned, I think he got what he deserved. Next up, I put them on the list. I forget their names. Um, I'm going to say it's Singe and Hair Splitter. I don't really know their names, but they're essential because they're Spinister's target masters, and he's a double target master. And if he's the double target master, you gotta give him his target masters. Wait, which one's target master? Is it the bot or is it the? Gotta give him his buddies. I don't know. I don't know which one to call the headmaster or target master anymore. Brainstorm's a headmaster, but what does that make Arcana or Tesla, if you will? I don't know. It's a little bit confusing. Oh, oops. Oh yeah. Well, actually, that's a little bit of spoilers. Don't look down there. But I moved these all to a separate album so that we don't see you guys don't see what's in my gallery. There's nothing to hide. It's just yeah. And next up, the other target masters or bots with target masters. I don't know what to call them. Oh, that's Blitzwing. He's next. I don't know what to call them anymore. But since we're getting crosshairs, we should probably get. I think Peacemaker is his. Then we got to get Point Blank, and I don't know who his is, and I don't just it's Blitzwing, but I don't know who what's his name. It's Crosshairs, Point Blank, and Sure Shot. I don't know who his target master is. Oops, but yeah, we need them. Their target masters. If we're getting crosshairs, I'm sure it's already coming, but yeah. Also, just compare this head to the one that we actually got. I don't know, just something to take note of. And then next, as you saw, it's Blitzwing. Since we're getting Astro Train, why not Blitzwing? I mean, the last quote-unquote good Blitzwing we got, he was pretty okay. I have Titans Return Megatron, not the Blitzwing, but the mold is good. It's just Blitzwing's not a headmaster and he doesn't have a purple face. And this one would probably, and Siege could probably do loads better than Titans Return, as they already proved with Astro Train. Although, the Astro Train head sculpt, he has a big nose. If you go into TFW, you can probably find. That's where I found him, but there was close-up images of him, and he has a funny nose. That's mean, but yeah. Oh, I just realized he has like a. Is that an extension on his head? I don't know what the purple bits are. But next up, we got Wing Thing, which is Soundwave's Action Master. And I feel if they're doing some of the animalistic things, like they already did an Animal Action Master. They did, what's his name? Well, I don't even know if they're Action Masters or the Bots Action Masters. I don't know what's what anymore. But they did Lionizer. They did Terraxodon. I don't know, but I feel like this would just be a good one for Soundwave. And actually, I've been looking at pictures of him, and I can't tell if he's a bird or not, because some show him with a beak, others show him as a bat. I don't know. I can't even tell on TF Wiki, but no, whatever. Next, Slug Overkill and Slugfest. I already have the Titans Return Overkill. It was good. It just doesn't turn into can't fit into Titans Return Soundwave, and also turned into a dragon. Also, Slugfest. When was the last time you got a Slugfest toy? And, if we get a good Soundwave, we have to get all the cassettes at one point or another. Because if you want Soundwave, you'll also want the cassettes. I mean, for this, we'll probably need like Buzzsaw and Howlback. I don't know. I'm just saying, these guys, you gotta have them. I mean, and also, they should be in a pack together. I mean, they didn't do that with Frenzy and Rumble. I saw one person suggest that they should put them in a pack together and never clarify who was who. But then Hasbro decided not to do that. But I don't know. That would have been a good idea. But yeah, I think we could use these guys. I mean, just to build up our sound waves. Uh, what do I minions legion? I don't know. I think it would be really cool to just have Soundwave leading an army of cassettes into battle. You know, to have the birds and bats fly up above, and yeah, I think it would be cool. And then next up we have Rad, I think his name is, and he's Lionizer's partner. And I'm thinking, if you have Lionizer, you got to get his partner, or else there's no point in having Lionizer. I mean, this is probably one of the most out there on the list. Even I mean, considering I have Wing Thing and these guys, but I don't know. This one I just feel like it's not going to happen. But he looks cool, and I feel like since he was an Action Master, they can do whatever they want with his vehicle mode. I mean, maybe oh the Galvatron's next. Oh, there's also I just messed it up, but I'm sure you guys don't care. But yeah, and if you're wondering what all things I think they should be, obviously I said this guy. Said this guy's commander. Probably this guy will be deluxe. As you know, these guys are going to be battle masters, whatever they call them now. Deluxe with battle masters. Voyager, or maybe leader if you want to give him an extension, but I don't know what you could do. They I don't think they could do the same thing they did with Astro Train. Probably this guy could be about Springer thing, but to get the paint apps like they did with Astro Train, I think they would have to put him at leader price and just throw in something. I don't know. Maybe they could give him like a spring-loaded missile. I don't know. Battle Master, uh, Micro Masters, Deluxe. Now, Voyager. I was thinking they could possibly remold Soundwave into Blaster. I mean, they really transform the same way, and you could just do the same upgrade kit over again, and they could give him, the what do they call them? The boombox mode. Sorry, and they could even kind of uh, put the joints in there themselves and do a little secret mode like they did with Soundwave, because this is his main alternate mode, not a you know Easter egg. And they could just make him a spaceship again. And if you're thinking, oh, what should the handle on his back be used for? I was thinking maybe a landing gear, possibly. And then I don't know. And then for putting it together, that you can just say that's how it's supposed to be in robot mode. And then next, you obviously saw, oh yeah, this guy's Voyager, but obviously you already saw Galvatron. And I think this is one of the ones that I really want. Uh, I have like 12 on this list, and I was going to have a few honorable mentions. I couldn't decide because I really wanted them all. Because I feel like they're all equal, except for like maybe Rad and uh, I don't know, Wing Thing, I guess. But Calvatron, you gotta have him. Because Time's Return. Time's Return didn't do too well in the head section. I mean, you can get an upgrade kit, but should you really have to? Should you really have to? And for those people that just, I don't know, kids that just started getting into Transformers, they saw, I don't know, the movie or something with their parents, I don't know, and they want a Galvatron. They should be able to get a Siege Galvatron. And I would like a Voyager that is also a triple changer, just like Titan's Return, because I liked the idea of Galvatron having a jet mode. Some people may dislike it. I don't know how they're going to pull it off, but I think it was cool. The Titan's Return, it was okay for its time. I mean, the cannon, they needed to put that on the side, and the head looked like a Halloween mask, and it didn't look good at all. Like, even if they just put it back a little bit more, or like, they could have even done what they did with Soundwave, and found a way to like open it up on the other side and then do the uh, helmet like they did for the leaders, but they didn't. And if you're going to have him do a mask, have him, you know, do a helmet because yeah, he didn't have the pop-up things as far as I know. So if you're going to do it right. And I think Siege could be really good for Galvatron because they're doing Ultra Magnus and uh, yeah, I don't know. It would be really cool. He could possibly be a leader, but I wouldn't count on it. Although the leaders are just a little bit bigger than Voyagers. They're not like the old leaders. But yeah, I think that really pretty much wraps it up. You got Skylings. That would be good, mostly because of the splitting size and everything. And adding more commanders, a lot of people's wallets are gonna they're gonna run. No, people aren't gonna be able to handle 3 commanders, and I haven't really figured out what I was think. I was trying to actually originally think what commanders they could do for the Decepticons, because it's what larger sized Decepticons do they even have? I can't think of any off the top of my head. Tidal Wave. Um, I don't know. He wouldn't really fit into the line. Neither would Rampage from Beast Wars. Now, speaking of which, they should actually like find a way to make Beast Wars have a comeback because we need better updated Beast Wars toys. I'm getting a little bit off track here, but if anybody can think of any Commander Decepticons they could add to Siege, then comment below. And actually, my goal for the previous video, it was originally 10 views. Then after we got that, I was like, oh, let's try to make it to 20. I didn't think we could do that. We got almost 50 views. Last time I checked, we got like 47 views. That's great. I didn't expect that much. I know people were like, that's nothing. Heatwave? Well, you're right, but I'm happy, so let me live with it. Also, if anyone's wondering, my name is not. I didn't name myself after the rescue bot. I named myself after the component of Nexus Prime, because in the Shattered Glass universe, the torso of Nexus Prime was Heatwave. It was evil, but I mean, so is my avatar. My avatar is like Shattered Glass First Aid, and yeah. So I don't know. I was kind of on edge on which Heatwave I was going to be named after. I don't know. I just like the name. It was my username on, still is my username on Transformers Earth Wars, and oh yeah, also I found out YouTuber Rodimus Primal is in my alliance. Check him out. He's a good person, has great videos, and yeah, I think that's it. See you all in the next vid. Well, actually, you'll hear me in the next vid. So yeah, bye.